Hello everybody, I have another card share for you using the Skylark collection from Close to My Heart. I really do like this paper collection a lot. The colors are very soothing and kind of a spring-like feel. So a friend of mine had sent me some images that she had stamped out for me. So I was excited. I wanted to try coloring one of them and just thought I would go through. I use a lot of different things for this card. To start off with, I'll show you the image just a little bit closer. It's a Gorgeous Girl stamp, in case you haven't guessed by now. Many people are very familiar with the Gorgeous Girls. She's one of my favorite girls. And I colored her skin with my Spectrum Noirs. And I colored her hair with my Copics because my Spectrum Noir needs some refillings for some of the certain shades I like to use for the hair. My markers are starting to get dry, so I did use my Copics for her hair, and I used E51, E53, and E55 for her hair. And then for her skin tones, for the Spectrum Noirs, I used FS1, FS2, FS3, and then I used FS5 for her cheeks. Give her a little pink blush tone. For her clothing, because I'm using the Skylark collection, I wanted to kind of color blend her clothing with the card. And so I actually used my stamp ink pads. I have 3 of them so far. These are the ones that came with my kit. I joined in the month of April, which is, we're currently in this month now. You can get the free Cricut cartridge. They have 3 exclusive cartridges, so you can choose one of your choice. So of course I had to do that. And so I'm looking forward to building my collection of my different ink colors and cardstocks and things like that. So when you open the lid, the lid opens and it will reverse. The inks are stored, they're kept upside down when you store them, so that's really nice because it keeps when you turn them around to use the ink pads are always nice and juicy. So on the inside of the lid, if you I'll squeeze this lid just a little bit to get a little bit of the ink on top, and then I used my water brush and I just applied that ink onto her dress and the birds and then onto her tights. And then I used the slate ink on her dress and then her tights as well. And so that was fun, something different I hadn't done before. I like trying different things, new techniques and things like that. So, and then I used one of my spellbinders, this rectangular shape. You can tell it's cut with a spellbinders and it has that embossed edge. That is using the A2 matte stack, curved matte stack collection, and there's several dies, and I used the second to the largest die for that. And this Cherished is from the Skylark Compliments collection, and I used that sentiment from that chipboard piece. And let's see, this paper here is the Lagoon cardstock that coordinates with the Skylark collection. This is one of the coordinating colors. As I had mentioned, I am using the Skylark collection from Close to My Heart, and what is nice about these papers is that at the top it does let you know the coordinating inks and paper, the cardstock that coordinates with this paper collection. So it's very handy. This is just a piece that is left over from the cutout, but I really like this paper a lot. Very nice quality. And so some of the things that I use to embellish and decorate the paper collection is I use some punches, and I use this Martha Stewart punch around the page set, And for this Lagoon cardstock, I cut it at a 5-inch square, and then I punched all 4 corners, and then I had intended to go completely around that cardstock, so there would have been this pattern completely all the way around it, but as it turned out, I just did the top and the bottom, and I liked the way that looked for that card with my image and everything. I thought it just kind of tied everything together a little bit better, so I just left it that way. But so, and when you do cut out the punch around the page, you go in 1 3/4 increments. So then, if you want a larger piece than the 5-inch square piece, then you would go up to 6 3/4 inch. So that's how those work. And then, to make the edge more dimensional and fun, I used a Martha Stewart punch where the butterflies have a 3D pop-up effect. So that was fun to use, and I used as you notice that there's spaces where the butterflies are completely punched out, and then there's areas where the butterflies, you can fold the wings up and they're dimensional. So I used the punch outs on the card itself for to embellish, and then I used my clear Wink of Stella and went over the butterflies on the image face and then along the border. So and then I matted the coordinating papers and the cardstocks behind the image, and then on the inside I used the reverse side of that image paper from the Skylark collection, and this is the 5-inch size. When you cut out a 5-inch square from a piece of paper or cardstock and you use that Martha Stewart punch around the page, that's what you get if you go completely around. And then this piece here, this is the strip that comes off of the top of your paper that you trim off, and so that's on the back. So it makes a nice little decorative edge. I put that on the edge of that card, and then I use this shimmer trim, and it is you get 5 yards of teal, and I really like that a lot. It's very pretty, shimmery. So I put that along the edge of that card, so that way when the card is closed you see that shimmer coming through behind the butterflies. And the card base is cut out of it's pretty much a 6x6. It's probably closer to 5 3/4 on this side, because after I scored it and folded it and everything, I wanted to have a real nice crisp edge to it, which I really didn't end up having to worry about because I ended up punching this edge out anyway. So, but that is in the slate, and that is the color of the slate. It's a really pretty gray color. I don't think it's really showing up on here too well, but it's a very pretty color, a nice neutral. So I had a lot of fun putting it together. If you have any questions, let me know. I thought about putting some Wink of Stella on her dress, but I wanted to kind of keep it simple, so I didn't do it. I just left it like that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're having a great warm day and you're enjoying the sunshine. Talk to you later. Bye.